Hello and welcome to this episode of the Arts Overlook. I'm your host, Chris Bowden. Each episode highlights the arts and entertainment of the Cedar Valley. In this episode, we'll be previewing an upcoming theatrical performance unlike most you'll see in the Cedar Valley, and looking back at a recent statewide art competition. This episode of the Arts Overlook starts right now.
Art is thriving in the Cedar Valley. It's everywhere. But if you don't know where to look, you could miss it. This is your local arts perspective. This is the Arts Overlook.
Many of us have seen Disney's production of The Jungle Book, and if we're honest, we can probably still sing the lyrics to the bare necessities too. But I can guarantee that North Star Community Services' upcoming rendition of this classic tale will allow you to experience and enjoy it in a new and heartwarming way. Here's a preview of North Star's The Jungle Book. Once every 2 years, North Star Community Services partners with local community members to produce a large-scale musical performed by its clients. And as this summer season rolls in, everyone is hard at work preparing for their newest production, The Jungle Book.
North Star is a wonderful organization which brings differently abled adults together as like a place to go during the day. They have a variety of activities that go on with arts and music, and they're just a very well-rounded place. They actually have a lot of folks that are actually working, making money, doing some things, and we then try to expand some of that artistic ideas and endeavors with them by having them participate in a play once every other year.
Beginning in 2008 at the North Star Community Center on University Avenue, and now performing at the Gallagher Bluedorn Performing Arts Center in Cedar Falls, The Jungle Book marks the center's 5th production. And as time has gone on, North Star has continued to find creative ways to productively engage with everyone during rehearsals.
A lot of the actors had a hard time with their lines, or know where they were on stage, and so what that creates is it creates some kind of anxiety for them. And the one thing you're supposed to do as a director is make your actors feel very safe and very comfortable and not have that anxiety, which is why you rehearse a lot and do all these other things. But for them, they just needed somebody to tell them where to go and what to say. So I came up with this idea of putting like a shadow behind them, and that shadow would be somebody who actually had the script or the words somehow and would tell them where to go. Then they were good to go.
We do things in smaller chunks than most productions that I've been involved with. You know, we keep rehearsals to about an hour and a half. Greg has done that. That way everyone stays focused, and that's been very good for this group, I believe. But yeah, normally you tend to push a lot more pages and do a lot longer hours, but it's working, and we're getting there, and I have faith that we'll be there by the time we open.
We have staff shadowing the clients, and compared to, if I am in a play, we kind of all memorize our lines, and then, but we have the staff help the clients, tap them on the shoulder, give them their lines. We'll work with them in music class, practice songs and stuff, and we'll have practices just going through the lines and stuff, and it's a unique experience, and I would recommend any volunteers or anyone, if they're interested, to get involved in an organization like this.
Because one thing is clear, everyone loves being a part of this production. From the moment you walk in the room, it's easy to see the excitement and heart everyone brings to the show.
They're just so welcoming. I mean, the very first day, I think I got 20 hugs probably, and just everyone is so friendly, and they look forward to this every day, I think. At least it certainly seems like they look forward to it. So, and that makes me look forward to it. So it's just been excellent.
They just appreciate it so much. Most of the time you go through life and it's kind of like, how do we get this done? Everybody's like just kind of working, and even other actors, when even if they have a lead part, they're kind of like, yes, I deserve this lead part. But here they're just so honest and appreciative, and they really like what it just the role they when you come in as a volunteer or somebody who's helping out, you get a big round of applause. They're happy to see you. They're excited about the adventure. They want to do the part over and over and over again. They don't get tired of doing it over and over. So all that enthusiasm and gratitude, I think, it's like immediate payback for me as a director.
It's just been wonderful. I wish everyone had the same enthusiasm for theater that this group of people has. It's excellent. Every time I walk in, everyone is just incredibly happy to be here, and it's just been a wonderful experience so far.
If we say if you're a rock or a tree or a tiger, a lion, whatever, a bear, anything, they love it and they get into it, and it's just neat. I think it's neat. I mean, it is a long process, but in the end, it's just neat to kind of see the faces and expressions of the audience members.
Not only are over 90 clients of North Star involved in this production of The Jungle Book, but it also requires a lot of work from staff and volunteers behind the scenes.
The costumes and the set pieces, the prop pieces, all of that, you have to keep in mind how they're going to be used, who's going to be using them. And there's certain physical things that they can't do, certain folks can't do. It kind of depends, because you have a whole range. Some people are quite capable and can do all kinds of things, and then others have a little more difficult time, like climbing stairs, for instance. So we just have to modify the stairs to make them like a shorter step instead of a standard, 8-inch step or whatever. So we have to modify that to make it fit the particular space. So just keeping those things in mind is key. And it's always fun working with Bill Close, who's the set designer, who does some amazing things and fills that Blue Dorn space so nicely. And all the folks here at North Star, Haley doing costumes and everything, and Kate helps out with the painting and that sort of thing. So all that is lovely. It's very nice.
It's a really wonderful experience. I learn from the clients, and they, I think, hopefully learn from me, and it's a rewarding job. There's obviously ups and downs and stressful days, but we have a lot of fun, and I love to do theater, so I love my job, and then I get to do the plays every other year, and that's neat and fun for me.
North Star Community Center continues to engage their clients in the community with fun and exciting outlets for their creativity, and their upcoming production of The Jungle Book won't disappoint. With plenty of dancing, laughs, smiles, and joy, you'll be sure to leave with a smile on your face.
This kind of harks back to that time for me. It's like, oh yeah, I remember, like George Sanders, who played Shere Khan the tiger, had such a great voice. And so that's kind of fun, just kind of reliving my childhood, I guess, through getting to hear the music and the voices, and they're all doing a great job of embodying the character and making it their own.
It's neat that the clients get an opportunity, and for their friends and family and staff and whoever, to see them, and I think it's a neat opportunity that they get to say they've been in a musical, been in a play.
They love what we're doing, I love what we're doing, and it just makes for a great experience.
North Star Community Center's production of The Jungle Book will be taking place on June 3rd at the Gallagher Blue Dorn Performing Arts Center, and will have 2 showings, one at 10:30 in the morning and another at 7 at night. Admission is free, but they will be accepting free will donations, and I highly encourage you to take advantage of attending this entertaining and heartwarming performance for yourself. If you have questions or would like to get involved at North Star Community Services, you can give them a call at 319-236-0901 or on their website at www.northstarcs.org. As the introduction to this show always says, art is thriving in the Cedar Valley, and one particular show helps make that abundantly clear. First United Methodist Church recently hosted an annual statewide art competition, which made its way to Cedar Falls for the very first time, and showed off a wide variety of beautiful work. Here's a glimpse at the Iowa State Art Show. While many people living in the Cedar Valley love taking an active role in the arts, that same joy and passion for creativity can be echoed throughout the state of Iowa, and the Iowa Artists Association exists to help connect and teach people in the comfort of their own communities.
It was started back in 1972, I believe, and it was called the Iowa Amateur Artists Association. It was just developed by some professors and artists that wanted to not only have a place to show their art, but also to help people in their art.
Broken up into 12 regions across the state, artists can find various groups of people that regularly meet in different art studios and venues to encourage one another and work on their particular art form.
In our region, Region 7, we have a group of people, painters, that meet on Thursday mornings at the Hearst Center here in Cedar Falls. And they just get together and they paint. And it was through that group that I became involved in it. Although I'm not a painter, I do stained glass, but I got involved from them. One Thursday I went over there and I saw all these people doing all this stuff, and it just got me, I've got to do this.
And as time goes on and people perfect their craft, members have the opportunity to enter their pieces into regional art shows for each of their districts across the state.
During the month of March and April, they have regional art shows. And every piece of art that receives a blue ribbon at the regional show automatically qualifies to be in the state show.
Held in different locations throughout the state of Iowa, the annual competition took place here in Cedar Falls for the very first time in late April.
The art show consists of two-dimensional and three-dimensional work. Two-dimensional being most of the paintings, three-dimensional being sculptures, stained glass, stuff like that. This year we had 55 pieces of art total to be in the show. So I'm really pleased with the turnout on that.
Not only is the Iowa State Art Show a competition, but an opportunity to learn from professional artists across the state. And this year's teaching artist was none other than a local and very famous illustrator.
Our judge and juror is Gary Kelling. We're very honored to have Gary with us today on this, and we always have about an hour or so in the morning where the judge will talk about his work or some aspect of his art or art. And because they're all artists here, they're eager to learn. What is he doing that maybe I can do? What can I change, or how can I improve my art? So they're real eager to learn from one of the judges on this.
After the teaching portion of the show, and while everyone else is at lunch, Gary takes the time to judge all of the pieces on display and select the winners.
Now the way the number of ribbons are is that for every 10 pieces of two-dimensional art, there is one blue, one red, one white, and then so we have roughly 50 pieces of two-dimensional. So that means there's going to be 5 blue ribbons. And then this afternoon, everybody that received a ribbon here at the show, that piece of art will be critiqued. And Gary will go through it and he'll say, this is what I saw in this piece, you know, I like this aspect of it here. Maybe you could do a little highlight here or change this a little bit. It's all positive critiquing. Nothing is negative about it, but it's there to help the artist, and it's really helpful. I've learned a lot listening to the critiquing and stuff from the judges.
The Iowa Artists Association works throughout the year and the state to promote the fine arts and local artists while educating and networking people to become the best artists they can possibly be. And the Iowa State Art Show does a great job of showcasing the vast array of talent hidden throughout our communities.
You know, you get together, they inspire each other. You know, one of the ladies that her piece is here, she was working on a new technique that she had never done before. But she did it, and it received a blue ribbon. So it's just being inspired by people and helped by people to develop your art skills. We want people to see what is being done out there, that we have artists out here that can just make some beautiful, beautiful pieces, and we want to share it with the community. And it's nice to see these people come in and enjoy themselves.
After viewing all the varied pieces the art show had to offer, it's clear there's still plenty of talent throughout the state of Iowa. And if you're interested in taking part in the Iowa Artists Association or the Thursday Morning Painters at the Hearst Center, you can find more information on their website, www.iowaartists.us, or by calling 563-586-2433 and asking for Marcia. That's all for this episode of the Arts Overlook, and as summer makes its way into the Cedar Valley, I encourage you to check out all the new opportunities to get involved right here in your own town. I'm Chris Bowden, and thank you for watching.